So you're thinking of moving to Salem, Oregon, but you haven't decided if this area is right for you? Well, you're in the right spot, because in today's vlog, we're going to be exploring downtown Salem and some of the surrounding neighborhoods. If you're new to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Salem, Oregon, make sure you subscribe below so you can be notified whenever I release new content, and you'll be kept up to date on everything Salem, Oregon. My name is Welty, and I love working with people just like you who are thinking of moving to the Willamette Valley. So whether you're moving in 10 days or 100 days, feel free to give me a call, text, or an email. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Salem, Oregon. Like I said earlier, today we are looking at downtown Salem. Right now, I am next to the State Capitol building, which is right next to downtown Salem, but that right over my shoulder is the Golden Man, or the Oregon Pioneer. The Golden Man is a major part of our skyline here in Salem, as there are city ordinances that prohibit new buildings from going any taller or obstructing the view of the Golden Man. We will get into downtown here pretty quick and show you some of the historic buildings and some good places to eat and hang out. So let's get to it. Hey, welcome to downtown Salem. I am on top of the Liberty Square Parkade. One of the great things about Salem is we're really trying to encourage business and customers down in the downtown area. So for the main part of downtown, it's actually free parking, either street parking or there's going to be free areas in a few of the parkades that are around here. Most people are coming downtown to either go to some of the boutiques and go shopping, or they're coming down to grab a bite to eat. Some of the great places close to where I am here on Liberty Street. A great lunch spot is going to be the Wild Pear. It's a local favorite. They're only open for lunch, I think 11 to 4 is their main hours. Across the street here is Ritter's. It's a very popular spot to go. Right next to it is Archive Coffee Bar. There's Bonevine, a good burger bar. That's one of my favorites. A great place I go for takeout is going to be Thai Orchid, just a block and a half down on Liberty. My wife and I have gone to Indian Palace quite a few times. There's a sushi place and the Reed Opera House. And really just a lot of options here in downtown Salem. Us Oregonians, we're a little obsessed with our coffee. We're kind of coffee snobs around here. A few great places for coffee around downtown are Cafe Capri and Isaac's Coffee. You can of course get coffee to go here, but if you stay in the restaurant, they'll give it to you in a mug and do some latte art for you, and it's a really nice experience. If you're looking for something to do in downtown Salem, you can check out the Elsinore Theater. It's a historic building and it's still being used as a theater today. I'll put a link in the description and you can check out what's going on the stage there. They'll have comedians or musicians and of course live theater there every once in a while. Other things to do here in downtown Salem, there's a Cinebar, which is a great place to go watch a movie and get a bite to eat at the same time. That's always a fun date night. Or you can try Create a Memory, which is a ceramic painting studio where you can go paint a bowl, a cup, or a little figurine, and they'll glaze it for you. So it's a fun arts and crafts project for adults and kids. The Book Bin is a classic place here in downtown Salem. They have a lot of used books to look through. You can spend hours looking there. Whew, that was loud. And then they have a antique, older book section too, which can be fun to look at. Of course, there's a lot of parks next to downtown Salem. The main one I would feature is Riverfront Park, which runs parallel with downtown Salem at the very edge along the Willamette River. So let's head over there right now and check it out. And here we are in Riverfront Park, right next to downtown Salem. The city is right over there, and the river, Willamette River, is right here behind me. This is a great place to come for a short walk or just to sit and watch the river or the ducks float by. Riverfront Park is also connected to 2 other parks. You can go to the north side of the park and go over into West Salem. It actually crosses the Willamette River. Or you can go to the south side of the park, which is this way, and you can go over to Minto Brown. If you're looking for something fun to do with kids here in Riverfront Park, there's a splash park. Another fun thing I used to do with my grandma is go to the Riverfront Carousel. It's actually right here behind me. On a side note, I actually went there for my senior prom. Then on the north side of the park is the Gilbert House, which is a children's science and art museum. And when I was in elementary school, I definitely went there a few times for field trips. So both fun places to check out if you're looking for activities for kids. Well, I think that about wraps up what I wanted to cover here in downtown Salem. So let's head out and get to a few neighborhoods and look at some houses in different price ranges right here in Central Salem. Got a break in the weather, so let's take a look at our first house. We are here just south of downtown Salem on the Fairmont Hill. New construction is pretty uncommon up here. Usually you get older houses, some of them remodeled, some of them not. So what we're looking at is pretty uncommon, and it is brand new construction. So this house is listed at $759,000. It is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. It comes in right at 2,594 square feet, which puts this house right at $292 per square foot. As you can see, they definitely went with a more modern design, and the inside, very bright, has nice lighting. That balcony faces east and has a great view of the city. More than likely, if you're watching this video, this house might be gone already. So we're kind of just interested in this house and in the neighborhood. And as I said earlier, we are on the Fairmont Hill, and it is a hill. So a lot of these houses in the area are going to have a nice view. East-facing view of the city. On the east side of the street, you're obviously uphill, so your front yard is going to be terraced. You're going to have steps up to the front yard. And I will note that the houses on the other side of the street, their front doors are at street level, which is nice, and the back sides of their house are at the side that has a view, if they don't look directly to a neighbor on the back side. So it all depends on what you want, what side of the street you want to be on up here. Again, here, look at your neighbors. You have some of the older style homes, which personally I really like. I like all the unique features of those older houses. The lot sizes around here, you're actually looking usually at smaller lots. The typical house in the area is between 0.9 and 0.19 acres, but you can find them bigger. There are some on a half acre up here, but they're pretty rare, and usually those are the more luxury, more expensive properties. But that's a wrap up of this house. So let's get going to the next property. Welcome to the next property. We are in the Inglewood area, which is just east of downtown Salem, still in the Central Salem area. And behind me, as you can tell, we are in an older neighborhood with some cool, very unique houses. With these houses, you're going to get a lot of character and some built-ins and some really unique features. It's always hit and miss whether or not these houses are going to be updated or not. Some are going to look like they're still from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and some are nicely updated and look pretty modern inside. This house is actually vacant, and we can go inside and I'll give you a quick tour. But while we're out here, this house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It is listed at $390,000. The total square feet on this house is 1,568, and that brings the price per square feet just under $250 per square foot. So let's go on inside and check it out. Okay, welcome in. We're not going to look in every room of the house, but I'll give you a general feel for what it is. This house is somewhat updated, somewhat not. It definitely in a livable condition. It all depends on what you like and what you need and what your style is. So they've definitely done a nice job with this room. Have a nice little fireplace. This is definitely your main entry room. And they've done a nice job decorating. And with this older house, again, built in 1953, was something that we always get excited about. Right down here, I'll show you. They pulled up a corner of the carpet to show that there is hardwood floor underneath. So that's always a fun surprise, and it's kind of nice that they told you before you bought it that there is that surprise down there in case that's something you're interested in, maybe restoring that hardwood floor. The kitchen, I want to say, is updated, but it still looks nice. You might want to redo it. You might not. It all depends on your style. Countertops are Formica, and you have those original wood door cabinetry. This house isn't showing off brand new appliances, but you know what? These old appliances last forever. Just look at that dishwasher back there. I don't know how old it is. I don't know if it's original, but that thing has been here a hot minute. They've also done a very nice job in here with the bathroom. Hey, look, there's 2 of us. But this one bathroom is updated. There's another bathroom behind the kitchen I didn't show you. It's nothing too special. They didn't update it quite as nicely. There is no in-suite bathroom, but this is the biggest bedroom. And again, it's just a square room, nothing too excited. It has the pull-back closets and actually has, over here on the wall, it has a spot for a TV. I mean, it was built in the 50s. TVs needed a lot of room behind them. Now you just put them on the wall. So definitely a thing of the past. This room has 2 closets in it, which could be a really nice feature depending on what you're looking for. I hope that gave you a taste of what houses in this area and this age range are like on the inside. This one's definitely in good condition for the age of the home, but it could use a little updating here and there depending on your preference. Another fun thing about these older neighborhoods is a lot of them have mailmen that will actually walk to your door. As you can see right there, there is a mail slot on the front door. I live in one of these neighborhoods too, and it's actually really nice to have your mail delivered into your house. You never have to worry about your mail getting stolen. If you go on vacation, your mail's just in your house already. You don't have to have a friend come over and pick it up for you. So it is kind of a fun thing, and you can see your mailman walking around every once in a while and get to know him. But I think that's a good wrap up for this property. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, here we are at our last house of the day, and it is again new construction. I know I've showed you 2 new construction in this video. New construction is not all that's going on here. Actually, it's kind of uncommon. This one is a larger subdevelopment that is going in. This house has some unique features where it's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, just like the last one, but instead of it all being in one house, it actually has a separate dwelling unit above the garage, the detached garage in the back. This house is listed at $549,000. Square feet is a little less than the first one we looked at. It's at 2,189, but that's for both units. The main house square feet is 1,661. The separate dwelling unit in the back has 528 square feet. So definitely is a little different. It could be a really good setup if you want to rent out or if you want a relative to live close by, but not in the exact same house as you. So we're kind of in an older established neighborhood, so you have brand new buildings going in next to older neighborhoods. Now these neighborhoods don't have HOAs, which depending on who you are could be a good or a bad thing. So just take that in consideration. These new construction houses are right next to some newer apartment buildings that were put in as a part of the same development. And so those are right behind. Okay, well, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I hope you enjoyed it and found something interesting about Salem, Oregon. If you're thinking of moving to the Willamette Valley, feel free to give me a call, text, or an email, or even schedule a Zoom meeting with me. I'd be happy to talk to you, see what your situation is, and help you make a smooth move here to Salem, Oregon.